So, not a match this time. I finished making this deck a while ago, and after ages of getting creamed because it wasn't right, I think I finally got it to a point where it's in the running anyway. The last match I played, this is part of why I'm making the video, is well, the idea is that you just wait until you can drop your big guns, but you don't drop your big guns like this. I mean, if you have to, because they're in your hand, sure, but what you really want is your Dimension Ripper, and to summon copies of that, or that, or that. But I put Archmage Valgaroth in because there's a few spells that I thought might be useful, such as, well, mainly this one, because early on you don't really have a lot of anything to work with, so I figure if I had Archmage Valgaroth down and then hit Dragon Roar, then I'll get 4 dragons, which is stuff that I can throw down because it doesn't really matter. It's just minions to get in the way. Because I can't have any low minions in this deck, because otherwise when I do drop this, I'll get low minions. But I forgot about Archmage Valgaroth. But this is what happened. It got to round 10. I mean, it was touch and go for a minute as well, because I was against a hunter and he had like the little boar guy down, and I put some trash down, and he ended up throwing all of his lynxes into it to get his his hyena rather, to get his hyena up to like 10 attack, I think it had. And then I got lucky with a dragon drop, and it gave me a rush dragon, I think it was, or something. I used a card and it gave me something, and I got like a rush minion that did 5 damage, and because I'd already... Oh, no, I know what it was. I dropped this, which did 1 damage and gave me a lackey. And then I dropped the lackey, and I think it either gave me the minion, or he gave me a spell that eventually gave me the minion, so I could do 5 damage and take it out. But anyway, it went on, and then it got to the point where, like I said, it got to 10 mana, and this just happened to be in my hand, so I thought, okay, now I can put some minions on the board, and I won't be losing, because I wasn't losing. I had slightly less health than they did. And it summoned this guy, and I was like, fuck, it's just summoned Archmage Valgaroth. That's like the shitest minion I have in this deck. But the thing is, Archmage Valgaroth's ability is at the end of your turn. So even though I thought, oh, I've just got two 2/6s, that's just fucked me over, he cast it again, and then he cast it again. So the first time he cast it, he summoned 2 Gruuls, and the second time he cast it, because don't forget, two of them get summoned, he got 2 Deathwings. So suddenly, from being behind, having no minions on the board, I suddenly had 2 12s, 2 9s, 2 8s, because it was his turn next, and these 2 Archmages. And the hunter I was playing, he did do well. He put like a bunch of minions down, and he got me down to 1 health using all of these minions that he threw down, which were mostly stat boosting minions that, minions that stacked with other minions to give them each other more damage. And I think he did like nearly 20 damage, something like that. He got a lot, and he also had like a weapon that I'd given him by using this earlier on. This weapons thing, whatever it was. Weapons project, he had that, so he did the extra 2 damage from that. And his ability, and that got me down to 1 health. But next turn, my Gruuls had 9 and 9, and yeah, there was no way. I killed him off. I still had one Deathwing left to have a go. But yeah, no, that's really crazy, this deck. I mean, that's probably once in a blue moon, and it's probably never going to happen again. But that was fun to see. I mean, he drops, and then because I've cast a spell to drop him, and there's two of him, he casts a spell twice, and I effectively get 6 minions for the price of one spell. So 10 mana, 6 minions. Not a bad deal, really. Yeah. Is there a way to improve this? I've been thinking, or maybe if I had Deathwing and just Gruul, get rid of Ysera and Malygros, put 2 other things in, 2 other cards. What the hell did it just throw out? Do I have 2 brawls? I don't. Well, I'll need to see what that is and find out what I've accidentally pulled out and put back in. But yeah, no, it's pretty sick. I could probably do better if I could just have those 2 minions. But then if I just had those 2 minions and I drew one of them, then it wouldn't work. So I need the ability to have multiple options, so long as I don't have you know, all 4 of them. Because there's only like one. Anyway, I gotta go through the list. Heavy metal, one of the heavy metals has come out. There we go. So yeah, it was an amazing thing to see happen. It probably won't happen again, but it made this deck worthwhile, and it got me my win that I needed to unlock today's quest, which only just turned up, so that was cool.